Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday. It is February the 5th. We have a decent-sized NBA slate starting at 1 o'clock, so a couple hours. I have one prop from the early game I want to share with you guys. Have 5 other ones, so let's get into it. It was a great day yesterday. Had 4 for 4 on the picks. That Lakers-Pelicans game was a gold mine just on paper, and it came through, as Anthony Davis and Ingram had both cleared their props after 3 quarters, and Ingram's was super impressive because he got it done in basically 2 quarters, as he had 2 fouls in the first 70 seconds of the game, and he didn't play the rest of the first quarter and had no fantasy stats there. Second and third quarter, he came alive. LeBron was at 7 rebounds after 3 quarters. He got 2 more in the fourth. We just needed Vooch to come through, which he did. So 4 for 4, 10x if he used them in a power play. Let's get into today's picks. As always, you can hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Twitter. It's at the DFS Process. And let's get started. So I have one prop from the early game. We are going with LaMelo Ball. And the prop that I'm taking is his over 6.5 rebounds. He has cleared this in 5 straight games. The matchup here against the Magic is a good one. Magic's defense is poor. They have a lot of young guys. They play at a decent pace, so there should be a lot of possessions. He's averaged almost 9 in his last 5. If you look at sportsbooks, on Caesars, this is minus 148 to hit the over. Just feels like a very low prop for LaMelo Ball, a guy who on the season has chipped in a couple triple-doubles. He had one recently against Milwaukee. If you go back even a couple further games before this, he's cleared this in 13 of his last 20 games played, and one of those games was against Houston, where he got hurt in, and he played just 20 minutes. So there is, that would be about 65% of a hit chance for him going back since basically mid-December. I like this number a lot. Second prop we are looking at is we're going with the Knicks-Sixers game, taking a Joel Embiid prop. There's a few that look pretty appealing. Always the points are in play at 32.5. The points and rebounds, that looks decent as well. But I like the 10 rebounds. It seems like it's a decent spot for at least a push here, if not a clear hit on the over. He's averaging 10 rebounds on the season, 10.1. Mitchell Robinson is still out for the Knicks, so it should be a little bit easier for Embiid to get more rebounds. The last time they played the Knicks on Christmas Day, Robinson was able to have some offensive rebounds against Embiid and make it a little bit more difficult for Embiid to rebound. But the Knicks, they've been giving Jericho Sims about 20 minutes recently. You've seen Hartenstein play better, so he might end up being tasked with slowing down Embiid. And Hartenstein is just, doesn't have the weight to kind of keep up with Embiid. The size, they're both 7-footers, but Embiid is 7'2". He's has the weight advantage. Should be able to bully him down low a little bit more than a guy like Mitchell Robinson would have made it a little bit more difficult. Seems like a push is very likely. If not, we've seen Embiid have big games with rebounding. So that's the second one. For our third prop today, taking an assist prop on the other side. I like Julius Randle a lot to get us at least 4 assists. Sports books, this number is at 4.5. You're getting a little bit of a discount. This number has hit a lot this year, even with the Knicks being healthier, with Brunson and Barrett back, and they're playing their healthy minutes. But Randall he gets 40 plus minutes basically a night. In close games, you're going to see him play 37 to 40, if not a little more. We know Tibbs likes to throw these guys out there as much as he can, just like Nick Nurse in Toronto. If you look back at how much this prop has hit, it's been very good based on the statistics. So 4 out of his last 5 games, he's hit this. If you go back further than that, he had 4 rebounds against the Cavs, 4 assists against the Cavs, 8 assists, 6 assists, 4 assists, 8 assists, 4 assists. So going back to basically the middle of January the 13th, he's played 11 games since that span, and he's had at least 4 assists in 10 of those 11 games. So a push seems almost kind of a lock in my eyes, unless it's not. Nothing's always a lock. Anything can happen, but it seems very likely that a push is probably guaranteed, if not a clear over in a matchup against the Sixers. So that is our third prop. On the fourth prop, we are going on his teammate. We have Jalen Brunson's been absolutely balling recently with the scoring. He's given you some decent assist games. He's cleared 29.5 points and assists in both meetings against the Sixers this year. So I like this one at 29.5 points. Brunson, with the way that he's been scoring, he could get this done by just the points alone. And just by looking at him, 41 and 37 points scored the last couple of games. And the Clippers are tougher matchup defensively. That was last night. Now gets a matchup against the Sixers. They're very good defensively too, but they'll play a little faster. Brunson and the Knicks don't have to worry about them easing these guys minutes on a back-to-back or anything like that. That's just something that Tibbs doesn't do. And then he's even done a decent job of assisting recently. He's averaging 5.6 with how much he's been scoring lately. With how good he's done against the Sixers this year, he's had 30 points and assists in the first meeting against them, and then on Christmas Day he chipped in with 34 points and assists with a double-double there. That's the fourth prop. For our fifth prop, going back to Mr. Van Vliet, he's been coming through for us last couple of times, playing really well recently. Got off to a slow start this year. He said he was dealing with some nagging injuries, but 41-56 PRA last couple of games. It's another good matchup. Grizzlies, they play fast. John Morant's also questionable, so could be even a better spot for Van Vliet. Just with keeping the game closer and seeing these guys play good minutes. I'm not really worried about a blowout or anything like that. We know that Anunoby's still out, so it's just more shots to go around for these guys. Not a ton. Anunoby's not a high-volume scorer, but he will rebound a little bit, so there's some rebounds to be had. The points, he scores more points than Achua on a average. And Van Vliet's just been hot with the three ball. He's had some big assist games recently. Had a 12 assist game. Or he had a 12 rebound game. He's been chipping in with a ton of assists. So he's been capitalizing in all categories. He's had 5 and 12 rebounds last couple of games. I like taking all three combined with the minutes that he plays and how much he's been involved in all categories recently. And then for our final prop, I'm taking Harrison Barnes. We know De'Aaron Fox has been ruled out once again. So I do like Harrison Barnes over 20.5 points and rebounds. Harrison Barnes had a good game the last game, which was when Fox missed as well. And he's actually done a really good job against the Pelicans for his career. He's had some of the best games against a team, in being the Pelicans. Over his last handful of games against them, he had 12.6 rebounds. So we would have missed it in his most recent game, but he had 23 points and rebounds, 31, 30, 27, 32, 8, 33, 28, 34, 33. So it's been a lot of good games for him against the Pelicans. So 9 of his last 11 games played against them. He was all a member of a King. Now he's had well over 20.5 points and rebounds. He's had some games with over 30. He's had double-doubles in a couple of those games. So I like him. Maybe not get as a double-double is probably not super likely, with Sabonis crashing the glass a ton. But the way that he's going to be asked to score a little bit more without Fox, have some more shot attempts, maybe some more rebounds to be had around, spread around a little bit. I like him at 21 in a good matchup. So those are the 6 props today that I'm looking at. LaMelo Ball over 6.5 rebounds, Joel Embiid over 10 rebounds, Julius Randle over 4 assists, Brunson over 29.5 points and assists, Van Vliet over 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and Harrison Barnes over 20.5 points and rebounds. Thank you for watching. Best of luck. Let me know other questions or props you guys have in the comments, and I will catch you all next time.